what time it is. You know what time it is. Time to get drunk, drunk as fuck, and do the podcast.
Big brother. You want something back from me? Shit. Yeah, get it, this shit in blood, huh? Bitch, I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All they wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. I ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was. Yeah, you know, took this shit, come get it back in blood.
But yo, welcome back to the Licka House podcast. But welcome back everybody. It's your boy Jay Fennell, giving them hell.
It's your boy Chuck, never gave a fuck.
Never gave a fuck. And joining us in the Licka House this evening, we have the one, the only, Dia in the house with us. Round of applause. Yeah, that's what we need. We need an Arsenio soundbite. Woo, woo, woo.
That would be fun. That would be fun, actually.
I'm gonna have to find that shit and download it.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to find that and download it. But yeah, we got the Dreamville Fest playing on Amazon in the background. Dirk's on stage. This nigga has been on stage for about an hour.
I swear. Damn.
Hey, he got songs. Hit.
That nigga got on a Gucci North Face t-shirt.
That's crazy.
He looked like he going to the baby shower. That's the baby shower outfit.
Yeah. You
Big
right.
brr.
Hey, Dirk, why your homeboy dreads longer than yours?
Because his is
I've
fake,
been
y'all.
growing them longer.
And when did he go back black? I thought he had blonde
His
dreads.
hair was falling out, y'all. All that bleach. That is fake. Look at the way it's wrapped. That's the faux lock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done well.
It looked like yarn.
Big brr.
He always looks so surprised, like his eyes be real wide open.
He do.
Like something wrong.
Like a deer in the
He
headlights.
look like what's the name? Katie Holmes.
Damn.
I'm sorry, my
All
bad.
right, but you don't look scared and surprised all the time, Taylor. Okay? This nigga looks like, oh my God, somebody about to get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference.
He do.
There's a difference in just being wide-eyed, you know what I'm saying, and looking like a deer in headlights. He looks like a deer in headlights.
Big brr.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work for everybody. Some people can pull it off, yourself included. Some people cannot. So, yeah.
That chain nice, though.
I mean, yeah.
It's all glistening and shit.
I know. It probably rented. You got to turn it in
I
after
just
the
remember last year when I was out there. This set right here, right before the final act on Saturday, because Lil Baby was the closer last year on Saturday.
He had something to prove.
Yeah, he had something to prove. But
Could you understand what
Moneybag
he was
came on
saying?
before him.
Moneybag. I like. I fuck
I
with
like
Moneybag,
Moneybag,
yo.
too.
But he got in and got up out of there. When I say his set was quick as hell, I was like, ooh.
Waukesha, and he left. He was gone. But
He got up and got himself out of there.
oh man, we're doing something different at the Licka House this evening. Instead of drinking liquor and taking shots, I said instead of drinking liquor and taking shots, it wasn't that loud. No, it just wasn't that loud. We're gonna drink some wine.
And like bougie bitches.
Yeah.
Wind down Saturday.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it's like the blackest wine we could drink too. It's Moscato.
At least
California
it's not barefoot.
roots.
If you would have went barefoot, that would have been real.
Now I went to Tarjay for this.
No, I like barefoot ain't good.
Barefoot
You
is
got me through
good,
some
but it's
nights.
like that's the black person's go-to is barefoot.
No, if it
No, I
was
was about to
Taylor
say,
Port.
No, Sutter Home. Sutter Home.
Sutter
I
Home
think
is
that's 50-50.
Sutter Home is old white lady that lives in a
I
trailer park
say,
wine.
I like Sutter Home. The
Yeah.
sweet red. What you mean?
My work bestie
Duplin wine.
likes Alizé still. Like,
Alizé.
Yeah.
She from Cali?
She's also like 60. So
Mm.
Makes sense.
you know how you be having work besties that's like twice your age? But
Yeah. Yeah, apparently my work bestie misses me, but my work bestie didn't have my phone numbers. So.
Damn.
That man
Were
still
y'all
on
really
stage.
work besties then? If they ain't
We
have
sat right beside each other.
fair.
She was like the older sister
Fair.
because she was like 40 something.
Yeah. My work bestie is like my work mom. She makes sure I eat while I'm at work. She puts like
That's dope.
prayers on my desk and stuff.
That's dope.
It's cute.
I had a friend when I used to sell cars in Fayetteville at the Ford dealership. She was a receptionist. Every morning she would bring me Starbucks.
Damn.
And then she would go to lunch. She would bring me something back for lunch. Here's the thing. We were just friends. Nothing extra. Nothing crazy. But everybody thought I was smashing.
If I was your girl or your wife at that time,
I
I
was
would have
single.
whooped her ass.
I was single.
Because Starbucks every day.
I was single.
You know how expensive Starbucks is.
I don't even like
We talked about
Starbucks.
this earlier because I'm trying to get my budget together, and I was telling her I spend so much money on Starbucks.
I go to
every month.
Starbucks too.
Gotta chill out.
Y'all seen my videos when I do Jay Got a Question?
Yeah,
I'm drinking Starbucks.
I gotta
Starbucks
chill out
is
on
expensive as
Starbucks.
hell, but I
But I got so many stars in the
do
app.
too. But I be using them so I can get free shit.
Yeah.
And you got to start all over again.
You got to start over. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes I use Swoles,
Is he performing Black and Blue?
but I don't know what he's performing. But yeah, so everybody thought I was smashing, and like shade no shade. I don't mean this as prejudice or anything like that.
Mhm.
But
Sound like he's about to go lift.
It really
no,
something real
All right,
ignorant is
so
about to come out.
I have no problems whatsoever with interracial dating,
Mhm.
Okay.
but it's not my thing personally.
You know, it's funny you say that because there's a certain activity we're going to do soon that has something to do with that.
Oh shit!
So I'm very excited to hear y'all's
Oh
responses.
shit! But she was of the Caucasian persuasion. And then on top of that, she was from Boston.
Oh,
So she was white.
Yeah.
Like she didn't say car, she said car.
like Justin, you want a coffee? I got you a coffee.
Yeah. Love her to death though. That's my dog. I was about to say it's my nigga, but that's my dog. And her husband, he cool too. That's my dog too. They got like 2 or 3 kids now.
Damn.
They didn't even know each other when I met her. And now they got more kids than I got.
I got a quick but random question for y'all. If y'all ever became like a rapper or just somebody famous in general, you gonna have 15 different niggas on stage with you at the same time. What is the purpose of that? Like I've never understood it, and then I feel like as a grown adult, I would feel some type of way if my like life's occupation was being somebody's homie. Like I know it's probably cool, like you get to do all the stuff they get to do. When they got nice stuff, you got nice stuff. But at the end of the day, like, what if y'all get into a fight or some shit and then everything is gone? You ain't got no clothes, you ain't got no house, you ain't got none of that fun shit.
true.
Like your life is literally just being somebody's homeboy. Like, who are y'all? Half of y'all on the stage, y'all not even good hype men. Like, what is going on?
And like what's crazy is I said yes, but I was lying. A lot of times it's like, especially in situations like his where there's like gang affiliation, you see a lot of dudes on stage. And then some of them be like artists that they sign, but the major label that's backing them hasn't agreed to it.
Exactly. Because they probably whack.
So they're doing like mixtapes and shit. But I don't know. Like I think everybody needs a good hype man.
But like hype man, not
But you don't need 15.
crew.
Yeah, you don't need 15 hype men.
And then you can tell like who he really fuck with and who he don't, because like a couple of y'all just got on white tees and dirty Converses, but the other ones got on like Gucci shirts, big chains. I know that's not your chain, that's his shit, but still, like you can tell who he really bangs with. I think one of them niggas got on
an Amiri hoodie.
Yeah, it's a dude in the background in a tight ass polo.
They brought O-Block
like
to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Listen, as long as he stay in Raleigh and don't go to Cary or Durham, don't go to the Bull City with that shit. Your chain gets snatched.
Dirt might be about that.
Nigga, this is Durham I'm talking about. Like, them niggas don't care. Durham is the Chicago of North Carolina.
Yeah, but it's not Chicago.
Man, Chicago sound bad just because it's so big. It ain't no worse than anything here.
In all reality, every hood is I don't want to say it's the same, but it's similar.
Yeah.
It's similar.
Too many of the niggas got on skinny jeans for me.
Big brother.
But
it was a shooting in my hood.
Yeah, you talking about that fat nigga trying to jump the fence.
That shit was funny. I'm sitting there with my basketball shorts on and then my button down and tie on because I had a face Zoom interview. So
he just came home. He just came home. That's the same stuff he got locked up in.
You terrible. They picked him up on the way to.
They did. They did. He violating his probation right now by even
he
being.
Probably got an ankle monitor on.
Oh, his boy is ugly too. I know he be stealing all they bitches. He like, this is my tax for paying for y'all's life.
Oh shit.
Are you okay?
Hey, yo. Hey, Chuck, how many times, dog? How many
Please
times?
don't fall.
How many times you gonna lean back in a chair, a
And
computer
break
chair?
Stop.
Every time. The one time we're not recording the episode for video. Damn it.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
I was just trying to stretch out a little bit. My arms are tight from Thursday.
We got a full view of the ass.
Yeah, I know I ain't been able to make it to the gym like that on a regular lately. So
we've seen y'all.
When I got in there Thursday, we did chest and legs.
Chest and legs, dog.
I feel that chest workout. The legs all right, but that chest workout got me hurt.
Yes, pour up the wines.
Pull it up.
It sounds so sexy.
You're supposed to mic a little closer.
Go.
I don't know why I like ASMR so much, but
like when they smacking on that food.
That's different. That's mukbang.
You one of those ones to get off.
Taylor, would you like some?
Huh? Be like, yeah. Oh, 1 second. Let me slide this over.
One more time.
Heck yeah.
this bottle low key heavy. I'm trying not to spill it on the equipment.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
Like niggas.
Yeah.
Peace. Both y'all.
Pull up, bitch.
Why yours so sharp? You got to scratch.
What they call them? Grabbers.
Grippers.
The grabbers.
They dick grippers. They got that grip. They be like, I got your nails done and I grab it. No, you can't do that.
I mean, you want our nails to look good, don't you?
I'm a natural. What you trying to say? My
You
shit's so
wanna
beautiful.
look down? Damn, that's a large crowd.
Yeah, it's packed out there.
That's
what's up, man. I'm happy Dreamville finally getting disrespected.
That's what's up, though. It
There's
really
no
is.
way.
It's a big ass family reunion.
There's no way I could have been out there and all them people.
I'm telling you, it's different.
I'm
It's different. It was
claustrophobic.
fun, but yeah, I was like, I can't do it this year. Y'all have fun. Y'all got it.
Like, unless they don't let me on stage and let me rap, I ain't going.
Definitely not gonna do that unless you are a rapper and
I'm a
work your way up. You gotta get signed to Dreamville. They be on there every year.
I don't need
The
to get
Dreamville
signed.
roster, they be on there. Every year. Ari's looking like she smell like shea butter.
She the cocoa butter.
Did my girl perform today? Did Ari perform already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she
Damn.
performed before
Shea
Lil Durk.
butter, baby.
I love
Before
her so
Ari
much.
was City Girls.
They put her with City Girl?
I'll take your
Period.
man.
That's why I was listening to
Weird
City Girls on the way
mix.
over here. I was like, damn, I forgot about City.
I love Ari.
But they have like multiple stages, so they was probably on different
Oh,
stages.
I got you. That
Hey,
makes
Ari
sense.
done got in shape.
Damn,
So
why
you
are
sure
you still
enough?
on stage, bro? It's not like an hour
Listen,
and a half.
Ari looks like she tastes like the best
I
Kinder
mean,
chocolate.
Even
Like,
though
just
we don't know a lot of Dirk
Godiva.
shit, people really rock with Dirk. He one of the
Really?
top streaming artists of today's.
I mean,
artists.
that's what's up for him.
Him, NBA YoungBoy, Lil Uzi Vert.
I fuss with Uzi.
I supposed to Uzi.
I like Uzi.
Roderick Wavington.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Rod Wave like that though.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with Rod Wave like that either. I
Oh,
just
sad ass.
with my heart on my sleeve.
While in the cell with Lock Rakim, after I slapped him, I had told him.
Goddamn, okay. Only NBA. I mean, I know a little bit of NBA YoungBoy, but the main one was I feel like I'm Gucci Man in 2006.
Nah, I seen this stupid ass post on my song. Is NBA YoungBoy the next Michael Jackson? The fuck?
Oh, you remember the post I showed you last weekend where they had half of Ice Spice face and half of Michael Jackson face?
Listen.
They say different eras, same talent. I was like, no.
Wild.
She in her mood.
She in her mood. She got a brother.
Y'all are wild.
Fit in my brother.
Oh, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga, I'm like,
Usher, baby.
Raymond was my husband when I was 12.
who? USHERRAYMOND?
That was my boo.
That
I mean,
shit-
you can keep him,
That
but
shit got that
I don't-
small head, that small forehead. He got the 2-finger forehead.
He not the same.
We're
no
not gonna talk
more.
about it. We're not gonna talk
He
about
not
it.
the same. But back in the day, that was my boo.
What you mean he not
I
the
still
same?
rock to his music all the
You
time.
mean he
though.
not the same? It's still
All
Usher.
right.
That's a
Question.
legend.
I'm talking about like I wouldn't still be like that's my boo still.
What's
Like I
the-
was in love with him back in the day. I'm not
I
in
ain't
love no
got
more.
no say
So,
on that. 'Cause
what was the
I wasn't
better?
attracted to his music.
Oh yeah, his music still pops.
What was the better Usher album? My Way or 8701?
8701.
That was an option.
My Way, honestly, if you asking me, My Way, I like 8701, but
8701.
My Way,
8701 was more adult. I fucks with
My Way was
8701.
that shit.
See, I didn't name Confessions because Confessions is gonna win no matter what.
All the
'Cause
time.
there's no
Every
skip.
time.
I bought the album twice. I bought the regular version, then the deluxe version.
I did too. I did
It
too.
got my money. God damn.
I did too. I played that damn CD till it broke.
I still got my CD.
Sitting
was
in
so
the
good.
bubbly, sitting like that. Who sees me?
Every song was good. Every song.
If he come out there with them skates on,
Y'all saw that video of him busting his ass on stage with the skate?
nah, I ain't see that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Dang. my
He got right
algorithm
back
almost
up though. It wasn't his fault. He had ran into one of his dancers that also has skates on, but he got right back up. So.
These are my confessions. But yeah, Dia, you said there was something you wanted to go over with us.
Yeah, so I wanted to do something a little bit different with y'all today. So instead of just chopping it up, I thought that we could try to discuss the Am I the Asshole? So y'all are kind of familiar with those, right?
I am.
All right, so I'm going to read the scenario to you, and then I want both of y'all to give just your response, and then, we can just see where it goes from there. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So it says, am I the asshole for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she constantly criticized my partner's race? Hey guys, I'm feeling pretty conflicted about my decision and wanted to get some outside perspective. I recently got engaged to my partner who happens to be of a different race than me. We're both really excited to start our lives together and have been planning our wedding for months. However, my sister has not been supportive of our relationship from the beginning. She's made several comments about how our children will be confused about their identity and has even gone so far as to suggest that I should break up with my partner and find someone of my own race. Despite my attempts to talk to her about how hurtful her comments are, she hasn't stopped. I recently sent out invitations to my wedding and intentionally left my sister off the guest list. My parents are furious with me and say that I'm being unfair, but I feel like I can't have someone at my wedding who doesn't support my relationship. So am I the asshole for not inviting my sister to my wedding?
Ooh. I'm gonna let Chuck go first.
How you gonna let me go first?
Ugh.
I'm gonna say no. You're not an asshole. I mean, clearly they're not happy for your union, so why invite them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's tricky, man.
It's tricky because it's been situations I've been in. I don't really approve of the partner, but once I say my piece, I don't keep bringing it back up over and over and over and over. It's like, all right, bruh.
Yeah, I mean, she's not necessarily an asshole, but it sucks because like that's your sister,
right?
And family is supposed to be everything, but at the same time, she's not supportive and she's not happy, and she's low-key a closet ass racist.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should just slap the bitch and be done with it. Like,
I don't even think she's closeted for real. To say your kids are going to be confused and you should just find somebody of your own race, like, come on, sis.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like her sister's a racist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Nah, she's not an asshole for that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, nah, she's not an asshole for that. Damn, that's deep though.
That's hard. I don't think she is. If anything, I think the parents are kind of jackasses for being like upset for her not inviting her sister. Like, I'm not going to invite, like Charles said, I'm not inviting nobody that doesn't want me to be happy.
Exactly.
I'm not inviting anybody that's not supporting my union, but I would question how her parents felt in that case, because if they're still supporting your sister coming, knowing what she said and done, then what are they saying too?
They probably agree with her.
Exactly. So I think that that's one of those hang-ups or like burdens or whatever when it comes to interracial relationships. I've never been in one before, but like I've entertained the thought. Mm-hmm. But it's just like,
want to use some of that white flag? I
mean,
that unseasoned meat.
When you say it like that, absolutely not.
That true bologna pony.
Oh my my God.
So my
I
question
need
is,
another sip of wine for that.
my question is, what race was her partner?
I would assume black right off. I would assume that it was a white person and their sister was mad that they were dating a black person. Usually when it's interracial, it's always a black partner that's being discriminated against.
Like, I wonder if she was like, I can't believe you're marrying a nigger. Like,
probably.
Usher's on stage. Don't drink good, by the way.
He doing his thing.
I just wanted to hear what he was performing.
Hey, sidebar. That outfit look hot.
It do, but he looks cute in it.
I mean, celebrities are used to dressing.
Hey, Usher got them waves on swim. Mm-hmm. He needed a better lineup though. Hey, he got a funny shaped head.
He do.
He is very.
It go up in the back.
Very unique celebrity.
And slope down like a hill.
Like Usher. Like it's certain celebrities you'll recognize anywhere.
That's for sure.
And then there's some celebrities that they can blend in. Yeah, you be like, damn, I ain't even know those.
This nigga got pearls on.
He do, and he still got that same Usher chain from like back in the day.
Chain?
Yeah,
goddamn U chain.
He still got it.
He gonna spend that shit at one point. The shirt gonna come off at some point.
Is this suede, wool? What is this he got on?
It look like
it look hot. That's all
He got suede and he ain't got no shirt on underneath, so you know he's sweating, and it's just like.
Yeah, it's coming off at some point.
What kind of shoes he got on? What kind of shoes are those?
And let him be. We love Usher.
He
gotta wear comfortable shoes so he can dance across the stage, you know?
It look like he got them from Walmart.
They look like Skechers. They look like Skechers.
Hey,
it's okay.
Skechers got Snoop Dogg endorsing them. They cool now.
Snoop endorses everything. If anybody out here is gonna get their bag.
The dude in the middle, that's Avery Wilson.
It is packed up.
He got Avery Wilson singing backup for him.
That's wild.
We did back to the
off topic. I'm sorry. What was I talking about?
Back to the "Am I an asshole?"
Yeah.
The interracial. Anyway, you've entertaed the idea of interracial dating.
Yeah, but it always just comes back to like, I don't know if I want to do all that extra. You know what I mean?
You want to jump meat season?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Nobody likes unseasoned chicken.
Yeah, and I mean it's different if it's an interracial relationship with another like brown person.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just a straight up white person, then it's just there's nothing wrong with it. But there's a lot of like difficulty and things that come into that I just am not willing to take on.
Like I was saying, I have no issues whatsoever with interracial relationships, interracial dating, any of that. It doesn't bother me. You love who you love.
I agree.
But personally, for me. Your initial attraction to someone is physical.
Right.
Yeah.
With the exception of very few. I have never just been like, damn, this is a fine ass white girl. Like, and I don't mean that negatively.
Right.
Negatively. It's just preference. Everybody has a preference. Sometimes that preference is more of a fetish, which is an issue. But that's a conversation. That's a deeper conversation. Would I date outside of my race? Yeah, I thought about it, but it was always the stereotypical like, oh, she's not black, but she look different.
Yeah,
like somebody's like shit. I don't know.
But, she was just zesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a little seasoning too. I like a little spice.
Yeah, I get that.
Terrible.
Like, you know, at least give me some paprika. Damn. I need a little more of some salt and pepper. A little seasoned salt.
It got to be smoked paprika though, because regular paprika is just color. But you know,
I don't know about that smoke.
Hey, listen. If you look cayenne pepper. What about you, Chuck?
About me, what?
Would you date outside your race?
Oh.
Or have you?
I haven't. Have I messed with people outside my race? Yeah, but I ain't think about seriously dating them. It was just something that was like, oh, that's fun.
So you done had all scoops of Neapolitan ice cream?
Not all the scoops. Still, I haven't had a. I'm in a relationship now, so
that's kind of out the window. There was this one time in college.
I I feel like all good stories start with there was this one time.
There was this one time in college. Went to a party. Got stupid drunk. Don't know how I got back to my dorm room, but I woke up in my dorm room.
Damn. Yeah, right.
Oh. Whoa.
Trigger one.
Hey, yo, relax.
Oh, I'll do that.
I don't know.
Trigger one.
I did wake up next to a butt naked white chick though.
Just assumed that.
I don't know. I was looking for evidence. I really don't know. All I know is she woke up. She was like, "Bye, see you later." What happened?
What do you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, party.
Like I don't know if anything happened, but I feel like that was probably my only experience with a white woman, and I don't remember it.
Damn.
No, my experience with a white woman was crazy too.
That means it wasn't meant to be. You said what?
My experience with a white woman was crazy too.
What?
Because I went over to visit this chick, and her roommate was like, he's in there chilling. She's like, my roommate gone. Da da da.
Talking to the mic.
Started slurping me all goddamn. Her roommate walks in, looks, keep walking. Then she went back to the jail. Is it cool she doing? I'm like, I mean, I had my first Oreo.
Interesting.
She wanted some of that near dick in her.
I had a thought. Reparations.
Oh man, I gotta drink some more wine.
I swear.
Hey, this wine good though.
It's sweet as hell.
It's very sweet.
So sweet.
It's got good body.
Yeah. I like the bitters more.
I do like bitter wine, but sometimes
dry is the correct term, sir.
Dry bitter. We knew what he was talking about.
I'm trying to be a connoisseur one day.
Okay.
Goodness.
Oh man.
Trying to think. I don't think I've had. Well, no, I did have an experience once at this party. I think we were in college, but I was visiting a friend from back home, so I was back in Maryland, and it was the 4th of July, which you know is their favorite holiday.
Not their favorite holiday.
So we were at this party. The party was lit, though. Don't get me wrong. We were having a great time. I am pretty great at beer pong, so I was like the life of the party at one point.
I'm gonna test that one day.
Yeah, you should. I'm really great. We could be on the same team and everything. Like,
so I went to a PWI.
I remember that. I remember that.
I was taught by the originators.
Well, see, technically, I actually was taught too by the originators. I had done this summer internship at a PWI, and they invited us over. I almost died that night because they ran out of beers. They were using Everclear instead. I'm alive, which is a great thing. Thank God. That's how I learned how to play. But so the 4th of July party, we were there, and I was chilling. I was talking to this one dude. It was a white guy, and he was like leaning over, like he wanted to kiss me, right? And in my head, I was like, don't really know how I feel about this, but I'm gonna just see what happens. And then before he does, he proceeds to stop himself
Bluetooth
and
disconnected.
Say, "You are the prettiest black girl I have ever seen." I said, that was it. That was it. It was done. Like I was, get away from me. Stop. No, I'm over it. And he was just so confused. And I was like, I don't understand how you don't understand how that's offensive, right? And so it was just over. Done. That's it.
So I do have one experience that I do remember of making out with a white woman. She was the aggressor. She initiated it. It was weird. We were like at a party on the balcony and sitting there drunk. Chick sits in my lap, like facing me. And sticks her tongue down my throat.
Damn.
Here's the issue. At any point in time, her boyfriend could have walked out the house.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh. So I'm gonna go because
no, that's a mess.
It's not my thing. It's not how I do things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was weird. But yeah. Taylor, how are you at interracial dating? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yes, no. You done it? Okay. We might need to get back into that. But real quick, we're going to take a short break here at the Licka House, and we'll be right back with y'all. Pull up, catch a vibe.
Let's fight, nigga. Come play with the door. We straight out the pound. We pull up the bullets, we'll bite niggas. You too close, don't like niggas. Especially them not too bright niggas. Let's be real, never like niggas. So yeah, I'm earning my stripe, niggas. We never die right, nigga. Pull up, let's fight, nigga. Come play with the door. We straight out the pound. We pull up the bullets, we'll bite niggas. You too close, don't like niggas. Especially them not too bright niggas. Let's be real, never like niggas. So yeah, I'm earning my stripe, niggas. Never gon' die, we multiply. Look at your dream with the third eye. Had to make it my way off the curb side. Don't fuck with the lanes from the other side. Got my niggas, they down to ride. Call up my niggas, they down to slide. Roll up my nigga, they down to fly. Yeah. We would never die, we forever fly. Let's go. We would never die, we forever fly. Let's go. Let's go. We never die right, nigga. Pull up, let's fight, nigga. Come play with the door. We straight out the pound. We pull up the bullets, we'll bite niggas. You too close, don't like niggas. Especially them not too bright niggas. Let's be real, never like niggas. So yeah, I'm earning my stripe, niggas. We never die right, nigga. Pull up, let's fight, nigga. Come play with the door. We straight out the pound. We pull up the bullets, we'll bite niggas. You too close, don't like niggas. Especially them not too bright niggas. Let's be real, never like niggas. So yeah, I'm earning my stripe, niggas.
I keep my head high. I got my wings to carry me. I don't know freedom. I want my dreams to rescue me. I keep my faith strong. I ask the Lord to follow me. I've been unfaithful. I don't know why you call on me. This is my canvas.
Welcome back to the Licka House podcast. And we back.
Another day, another round, huh?
We back.
Dang, how you gonna play?
Usher killed his Dreamville set.
Another day, another time zone.
Did you say his? I thought you said his Dream Girl set.
No, I said Dreamville.
Today I woke up and the horn was only right there. I got two bitches playing on my tribe. Keep up. Never sure where the words take me. Niggas eat them up to irritate me.
You done?
I need just day two. Just day two. I need some cold. Cold work.
Nah, Dreamville was dope. I still think Lil Durk spent entirely too much time on stage. I'm just gonna leave with that. Yeah.
He said, "Boo Shashi, that's my dog."
I got a question.
But you know I'm really shaky.
Why did Usher wear whatever material that was?
Velcro.
Like it was like velour and velvet and wool and cotton.
Color.
Like whatever they make a pea coat out of. That's what his outfit was. His whole outfit was made out of.
With some white Skechers.
And then he poured all the water he was supposed to be drinking on himself. And then he was hot again. Oh, stupid ass.
He didn't even hit the superstar.
He didn't.
He just let them say,
I can't do it, but he was
there you go. Hell yeah.
You was there.
They call him J-U-S-T-I.
Wait a minute.
I was trying to help you out, dog.
It ain't flow right.
It didn't. I was trying.
Oh man.
You got too many words.
You only needed one more. You could have like slid it in there a little bit, but it would have been a little off. But I think you could have done it. I have faith in you.
Actually, it's the right amount of letters. You just gotta know how to do it because I've done it before.
Yeah, you do it then.
I'm not gonna do that shit.
Yeah, do it. It's your
might
name.
as well. You didn't already open the door.
It's your name. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do that shit.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
Do it for the vine.
Do it.
So
do it.
We started off the last segment with am I the asshole?
Yes, you are.
And we said she wasn't an asshole.
Right.
And we came to the determination that her sister was a racist.
Right.
And her parents are probably racist too.
More than likely.
So there's that. Then Chuck was told to give somebody some nigger dick one time, and
Jesus Christ. Wasn't prepared for that.
We talked about that and Dia's aspirations of possibly dating outside of her race.
I did not say aspirations. I said that I have been open, but that's about it.
And we found out that Taylor has dated outside of her race. D-double-B, have you ever been tempted to date outside of your race? Yes. You have? Interesting. But the temptation was there. Interesting. I can't see it.
Sometimes white men be fine. I mean, it just is what it is. How long you gonna hold on to that, Jerry?
A while.
Just bored out, dog.
A while.
She like that white meat.
Apparently.
Like that raw unseasoned chicken.
God, y'all just make it so gross.
The real bologna phony. Ain't no Oscar Mayer. Oh man. But yeah. Did y'all have another Am I the Asshole?
We can, yeah. It's kind of long, so I'm gonna read the initial line and then summarize the rest of it. But it says, "Am I the asshole for refusing to tell my husband the gender of our baby after he skipped going to the doctor appointment with me?"
Yes.
So basically, she has like 6 paragraphs, right? And in it, she's talking about how her husband never comes to any of the doctor's appointments. It's their first baby. And he skips it, not for work or anything like that, but so that he can go to soccer games with his friends or go to game nights with his friends. And when she asks him about it, I said, asks, Lord Jesus. When she asked him about it, he says things like, "I'm not the one carrying the baby. Why do I have to go see the doctor with you?"
That's crazy.
So she just got fed up.
And
now she's saying she's not going to tell him the gender of the baby. He just going to have to find out when the baby is born. And his family is now mad at her. I don't think she an asshole, but I mean, she in for a rude awakening when that baby is born. Because if he won't even go to the doctor's appointment, sis, he ain't about to do shit, honey.
That's fucked up. Not her, him.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, too, he's kind of dumb because he can just call the doctor's office himself and ask. It's his baby. It's not like there's.
Well, he would know that if he would go to the appointment.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah, it was very loud.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, she's not an asshole.
I don't think she's an asshole. I agree. It's petty.
Yeah,
it's petty.
It's petty as fuck.
Like, hold on to it for like a week or two. Like, I kind of make me sweat.
Yeah. But first of all, for me, the first appointment you would have missed, and your excuse was, "I'm gonna go play cards with my boys." Yeah. It's a problem, and that's it.
It's not like for you were sick or he had a work trip, something he had to do.
Exactly. You going to a soccer game? It's more important for you to go to a soccer game than to come look at our child. Like, nah.
And that's our first one. It's not like
first
it
baby.
Like this like the 6th time we've done this. No,
even if it was, I don't care if it's the 12th child we got. If we are having a baby together, you need to come to every doctor's appointment with me, unless you can. I mean, it probably is, but it's just the point. Like, childbirth is so risky every single time a woman gets pregnant. For you to not even go to a doctor's appointment because you would rather watch TV with your homies, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Damn. That shit wild.
Yeah, I would be petty for a little bit. I wouldn't say shit for like 2 weeks. And just be like, no.
Folks crazy out here.
Damn. I'm going to all the doctor's appointments.
Yeah. I mean, really, as you should.
Baby maker.
Now she's trying to fake like she sleep. Oh, man.
You said hell no.
But that kind of segues me into my next topic. On Instagram, I asked the question, what's the generational curse that needs to be broken that weighs on us? Mm-hmm. And one of the first responses was bring back family. Mm. I knew you was gonna say it. Family. But it's funny because if he's not going to the doctor's appointments, mm-hmm. that family dynamic gonna be fucked because he's not gonna be there for the child anyway once the child is born.
That baby's gonna be crying at 2:00 in the morning. He's gonna be like,
"You carry the baby.
You're the mother. You get
You're
up."
the mother.
I didn't have the baby.
You should go feed.
I didn't have the baby.
All right.
But what if the baby don't latch? Then she's not breastfeeding. I need to go to work in the morning. I need my sleep. Like, yeah. But bringing back family. I guess the family dynamic has kind of like gone away a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
Whether it's because of the justice system, whether it's just because of, absenteeism on the father's behalf.
Sometimes on the mother's behalf too.
And, yeah, I was gonna get that too. Sometimes it's on the mother's behalf. Like just a number of different things kind of tie into that, but it's more so willingly not being in that family dynamic, like not wanting to get married, not wanting to have kids, not wanting to stick around for the kids you do have. Which kind of leads into another point that someone brought up, breaking the generational curse of divorce, being married, getting married one time and being happily married.
I think that's a 50-50 one.
It's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up because I think that, divorce can suck, right? But the freedom, especially as a woman, to be able to get divorced if you need to, is something that I think a lot of women didn't have, especially generations before us. It's easy to look at your grannies or your great aunts or whomever and be like, they were married for 50 years, but it's like 40 of them years might not have been that great. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't have a choice. Women couldn't do anything. And it's not like we're that far removed from that. It was a couple years ago when women couldn't even have bank accounts. So where was your granny going to go? She can't have no bank account. She can't have a house. She can't barely get a job, Yeah. So he could do whatever he wanted to. He could have separate families on her. He could beat on her. He could be trash. Or he could be great. You never know. So on one end, divorce can suck because it is breaking a family apart. But sometimes that family don't need to be together in the first place.
Right. It's better to break it apart than to continue to be in a 100%. Toxic, dangerous ass situation.
It's the fact that women actually have a real choice. Just like saying before, women really didn't have that.
Yeah, right. You got to get close.
But I think also people definitely romanticize. Again, I think people romanticize like the wedding. I think people romanticize like the wedding aspect. And, like,
they very much
the acknowledgement of like doing the wedding, but then they forget there's like a marriage behind it,
and it takes work to be married.
It's work.
It's
like,
work. It's another job.
I would say my parents are a perfect example. Like this next Friday, it'll be 32 years. Yeah, they've been married. It's been 32 years they've been married, but they were together for 10 years before they actually got married. So they've been together for 42 years.
Congrats, man.
That is
Congrats to them.
Work. And I can see it. My mom be looking at my daddy like, ugh. But then my daddy be looking at my mom like, girl. But it's just like, but they you can tell they've been through the work and that they're actually going to stay together. They actually love each other. Yeah. And so they not like your daddy get on my nerves. But how your mama get. So it's like, but they put in that work and just hearing all the stories that they've gone through, stuff like that. Where sometimes those situations now bringing out people just be like, oh, nobody really wants to work for it.
Yeah, because June 25th will make 35 years for my parents.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
It's a long time, and the thing is, you don't hear that often.
My parents never got married.
Yeah, my mom and my stepdad hit 29 on the 23rd this past month. It's a long time.
It's like you again.
So I mean that kind of goes into the next response I got. Part of being able to stay married, stay in a healthy relationship, keep the family together, is having good communication. So the response was to break the generational curse of a lack of communication skills. Because I think a lot of times, especially in the Black community, people don't communicate their thoughts and feelings. And when they do, they don't do it in a constructive manner, which is detrimental to family, the community, yourself. Like,
and then people also don't want to have the hard conversation. People don't want to admit that. Let's just say it again, like it's work. It's not that you guys aren't always going to agree on everything. You're still your own individual person, so you're not always going to like what the other person has to say per se, but it's that communication. You have to listen, reciprocate, acknowledge, and respond. And that's what communication is. You're not going to agree on everything,
right?
And you have to have those tough conversations, regardless. It's not going to be so great every single day. Again, that's just life. Like your life isn't going to be glitter and rainbows every day. Mm-hmm. So your conversations aren't going to be glitter and rainbows.
True.
And it's just a matter of working through those, having those tough conversations, and being able to move on together with it.
Mm-hmm. I agree wholeheartedly. And then the last response I got to the question: reuniting the community to buy back the block and have generational wealth. And I'm going to assume that's more so talking about like having and creating, owning land, owning businesses, homes, recreating Black Wall Street. Mm-hmm. Spending money with Black businesses, teaching the kids how to teaching them financial literacy. Yeah. Because that's something that really is missing. Yeah. Because, we see music videos, we see athletes. Mm-hmm. Granted, we know they're stars, they work for it, that's how they got rich, whatever. But like for impressionable people, whether they're kids or adults, it's like, he got all this money, he's doing this, so when I get money, I'm gonna do this too. But you're not setting up a nest egg to fall back on because you might not have that all the time.
But also, unfortunately, there's some shifty ass parents that will use their kids' social for credit to open up an account or do this or have power in their name, and you don't pay it. Yeah, it's not gonna affect you, but it's gonna affect your kid later on.
I didn't know that shit was that loud. My
bad. Charles said, "Shut the fuck up."
Right, I know. Jeez, Charles. Really know communication, sorry, effective communication, Charles. Jesus Christ.
My bad.
But I mean, and that's why I'm actually thankful for like my mom, because as far as I can think back, she's always had a career in like credit unions and financial institutions. So she's always instilled and tried to teach my sisters and I how to save, open up a bank account when we were younger, deposit our money into it, taught us how to balance a checkbook, even though no one uses checks anymore. But knowing how to keep an eye on our accounts, knowing how to save, knowing how to do all of that, so that whenever we were old enough to be out in the world, we knew how to handle it. But people, unfortunately, didn't have that. It was like, okay, you turn 18, figure it out. Yeah. Or even if you turn 16, you want a car, figure it out. So unfortunately, we're not taught that when we should do it.
I agree. Like, do y'all have any particular or a generational curse in mind that you can think of that you would like to break? Or that you think needs to be broken? Not necessarily personally, but just in general.
As a Black parent, if I do become one, I want to break that curse of my child feeling like they can't come to me. So I don't always feel comfortable going to my parents.
That's a big one. That's major.
Because they either not gonna get it or they just gonna tell me some shit that ain't gonna help me. Not that they didn't help me out a lot. They taught me how to save, how to be a hard worker, that stuff. But when it comes to like the mental health shit, they don't really know about it because they don't know they
pray about it.
Exactly. Prayer is a good thing, but I need more than that sometimes. You need more than that sometimes.
Yeah, you too young to be tired.
You gotta.
That definitely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and like
young to be tired.
I definitely want to piggyback off that in a second because there's a lot to unpack with that one. Do y'all have one?
I think for me, it's this idea that you have to earn respect. Especially when it comes to like your family, your children. Like kids are kids, sure, but they're still people, and I don't. Speaking of, my mama knew I was about to start talking shit.
She better call me like, "Are you talking shit?
Like,
Are you talking shit?"
Hold on.
And this is not. I'm sorry, mama. I'm not talking about you. You didn't do that. But I think that there's this concept that like kids need to be seen and and not heard, right? And so we're not communicating with our children. We're not talking to them. We're not apologizing when we're wrong. We're not allowing them to ask questions. We're just basically saying, do what I say, and that's it. And I'm not saying that kids don't need structure. I'm not saying that kids don't need to follow the rules. But what I don't like is this concept that they're just there. They're just present, right? A child is not an accessory. It's a young person that you are responsible for growing and molding and whatever for. So when you have this kid and their whole life, they're just basically, again, seen and not heard, they're going to turn into an adult that doesn't know how to form their own opinion. An adult that doesn't know how to stand up for themselves, that doesn't know how to communicate, doesn't know how to function, does whatever they've been told to do. And that can be dangerous for them. You don't know how to stand on your own 2 feet. And then you feel the need to earn respect from everyone. And then everyone has to earn respect from you. And that's not necessarily correct. You need to come into the space giving that person respect regardless. Now, if they show you that they don't deserve your respect, that's different. Yeah. But I shouldn't have to earn common courtesy from you. You know what I mean? Even the definition of what we think is respect to me is a little backwards sometimes. And so really looking at that and what that means and how we can teach kids from a young age to basically have their own autonomy and like own their own ownership of themselves.
Because even it can go the complete opposite way to where you're saying they may not know how to communicate, they may not know how to function. They can do it the complete opposite way and become one of these little hellions that's running around because they're acting out and because they don't know how to communicate. Right. So they feel like they should holler and yell and act out, do the completely wrong thing. But they, more often not know what's right from wrong, but they're purposely choosing the wrong thing in order to get that attention, to be seen, in order to be heard. So that can go in the completely opposite direction and be detrimental to not only themselves but everyone around them.
Very valid, very valid. Personally, I think for me, the generational curse of not taking accountability for things that happen. More so on the front of like something bad happens to you, the first thing you do is look for someone else to blame for it, which it could be someone else's fault, but instead of trying to do something about it or overcome it, you let that become the bane of your existence. You don't fight against it. You just feel like somebody should hand something to you instead of working for it. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, I understand shit gets hard, depression is real and all that, but sometimes you're not even depressed about it. You're just mad and feel like somebody else should have to fix it because you don't want to put the work in. And that goes for relationships, it goes for careers, goes for raising your children, your family. Like it goes for a whole lot of different shit. And it's funny because you were talking about how not being able to come to your parents about certain things. And then, it's like, because they're going to say, oh, what you sad for, what you got to be depressed about. You got a roof over your head. You shouldn't be depressed. Parents from back in the day didn't believe in changing a job or changing careers because this one didn't suit you or they're not treating you well, they're not paying you enough. They feel like if you got that job, you need to stay there for 30 years until you retire and just deal with the bullshit.
You gotta earn your stripes.
Right. And it's like you said, it doesn't help nurture your mental health. And in the Black community, mental health is something that's looked at with a side eye. It's not taken seriously. People look down on it. You tell somebody you're depressed, oh, you don't know what depression is. Oh, so you like them little white kids? What, you gonna shoot up school? Oh, you trying to go postal? That's not what it is. Just because you're depressed doesn't mean you're gonna kill yourself. Just because you're depressed doesn't mean you're gonna go do something drastic. It literally means you have moments where you just really can't function because you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Like there's different forms.
You're functioning depressed person. You could be moving through this world and nobody thinks anything's going on with you. That's why it's just such a cliche saying, but it's like literally check on your strong friends. Check on the strong people in your life, the people that the person that everyone always comes to. Who do they go to?
Exactly.
Because they still have things going on.
Exactly.
No matter, they could make it look like everything is going great, but they got some shit going on too, on top of holding on to everybody else's shit that's going on because everyone is so comfortable coming to that person.
Exactly. Like so many times, you feel like, okay, yeah, come to me with something. If you need a listening ear, I'll be your shoulder or whatever. And then the minute you need a shoulder, it's not reciprocated.
Yep.
And it's just like, all right, so everybody comes to me, everybody talks to me. I'm everybody's backbone. But now my back's broke. And I don't have anybody to be my backbone.
Exactly.
So it's just like, you don't know what to do. And then just speaking from somewhat experience, it's even harder as a, I don't want to say it's harder, but it's different as a man dealing with it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because as a man, it's like, you're the foundation of the family. You're supposed to be the breadwinner, the provider.
Men don't cry.
Men don't cry. Men don't show emotion. You're supposed to be strong. Man up. Don't be a bitch. Say it with your chest, little nigga. Like, yeah, that's all well and good. That's all funny, cool to say bullshit. But at the end of the day, it's bullshit. like you men also need someone to turn to. Men also need someone to have their back.
It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah. It's okay for a man to shed a tear. Like, and he shouldn't be looked down on because of that.
Look, they're going.
Yeah. Take it to the head. But like it's just crazy how it's looked at in the Black community. It's, you know, the minute you say like, you know what, I don't know what I'm gonna do, it's got me down. I'm depressed. Nigga, you been a little bitch. Like, you know what? That's why I don't fuck with niggas half the time.
Can we talk about that for a second though? Because so I'm not, I mean, obviously I'm not a man, so I don't know. But I have been around, I mean, obviously I've been around Black men my whole life, right? But also just, especially now as an adult, experiencing different relationships or friendships with other Black men like y'all or whomever. It really can be so frustrating when you feel like y'all just don't have a chance at all. And I say that because I think that for most Black men, when y'all are just even born, it's like you come into this space where there's so many things that you can't do because that's feminine, right? There's so many things that you can't do or say because it's soft or only girls do that or you're a man or whatever. And it's like none of that stuff is accurate for starters. Also, you're teaching little boys that they're not allowed to cry. They're not allowed to have emotions, which now means that they're not going to have any type of emotional intelligence as adults because they never learned how to regulate their own emotions. So how do you expect them to be able to understand somebody else's, right? They don't know how to communicate because you taught them from a young age that they don't need to talk about their feelings. They have nothing to be upset about. They're boys that are going to be men, so they're not allowed to complain. They're not allowed to cry. They're not allowed to be upset about certain things. And so again, as a man, they get older and they don't know how to communicate. And so you're learning at a young age all these things that you're not supposed to do because it's quote unquote gay or feminine or whatever, which is so toxic and stupid and ridiculous. And that definitely needs to be a generational curse that we break for starters. The lack of intimacy that y'all can have or experience. And I don't even necessarily mean intimacy in terms of sex. I just mean the safety of being able to be vulnerable with one another, with other people. Y'all can't have, right? You and Charles are boys, right? If y'all were out on the street and Charles was upset, would you hug him on the street? You would because you're comfortable, right?
Our friends are different than the
you're right, and you're comfortable
are.
enough with each other. But how many men can you say would be comfortable to hug their boy in public, right?
Outside of our circle?
Yeah.
Very few.
Exactly. To hug your boy in public, to be there, to let your boy cry in front of you and reassure him, or even if he's not crying, just to be there and be that safe space. It's like there's such a lack of intimacy or a lack of just even being able to be vulnerable and process that to where sex is the only form of intimacy you know, right? So when you're depressed and you're down or you're whatever, you just running through because that's all you know how to do. That's the only way that you know how to connect, right? And you're putting yourself at risk for different things, just from a biological perspective. You're putting yourself at risk for STDs, for babies, for whatever. But that's all you know because you're not allowed to cry, right? And you're not allowed to be upset. But then you also get into this circle where now you're an adult. And so you have a partner or you're looking into getting a partner who's trying to figure out why you don't communicate with her or why you don't listen to her. You can't understand when she's upset, right? So it's like this circle and you never really had a shot, right? So it's frustrating to see, but I'm so glad now that I'm starting to see more especially young Black men, start going to therapy and really working through that. Therapy is so beneficial. Yeah, as a woman
really
and as a
is.
man, but I'm starting to see it so much more from y'all, and I think that that's such a great thing to see because that's that space where you can start to learn how to do all those things that you were never taught, how to break through those traumas that you experienced, how to recognize that those things were actually traumatic experiences, right? And really just breaking through them, understanding yourself so that your next generation don't have to go through the same shit you went through. You know what I mean? It's tough, but
I mean, I credit a lot of it to entertainment, like shows, movies, music. A lot of it's starting to change. A lot of men are showing their, vulnerable side a lot in music, entertainment, and stuff of that nature. So it's getting drilled into the kids where it's like it's okay to show that side. Where back when we was coming up, just had to be macho, Nah, you a man, you don't cry, keep your head up.
But I think with our generation also because like now where everyone's really starting to tap in, like especially men tapping into those emotions, knowing it's okay. You're letting them express themselves. You're letting talk to them like, okay, hey, let's talk it out instead of just saying, oh hush, go to your room or oh hush, you'll be all right. There's actually like you guys are actually breaking that generational curse of not being able to express yourself by allowing your children to be able to do that. So that's something that we're starting to see, especially with Black men, because y'all didn't have that space, just like he was saying. So you want to create that space for your own kids so that they can take that and move that forward.
Yeah, facts. It's like I said, it's a lot to unpack there. I mean, I think we've all, well, I can only speak for myself, had experiences with that where you were going through something and you were told like, what you crying for? Suck it up. Like, so I don't know, and then there are times where, you tell somebody you're going through something and genuinely they want to be there for you. They want to support you. They tell you like, hey, things will get better. Something will work out. Something will come through. And you appreciate it. But there are days where that's not what you want to hear right now.
It's just an event. Sometimes really, it's just like I don't want.
Sometimes I don't even want to vent. Sometimes I just want to be left the fuck alone.
Yeah, sometimes you want to be left alone. Like I could sit in my house for 2 days and not talk to nobody, and I'm perfectly fine. I just want to be in my own space. But then, like I said, sometimes you just want to vent, and people are so quick to want to try to force a solution out of you or force a solution upon you. It's just like I kind of already know what I need to do. Yeah. I just need to say it. I just need to let it all out. So then I can feel like my mind is clear so I can do what I already plan to do. I just want to say my plan out loud or just say how I feel out loud. And then people are just so quick to try to give you a solution. Granted, people think they're helping you by trying to provide those solutions. But it's just like, look, I really don't want to hear what you got to say right now. I just need someone to listen.
And a tip to the wise for y'all, man. If somebody going through something, be there, but be there at a distance. Don't try to force them to talk. They will talk when they're ready. That whole you okay? That shit is
that's the word.
And if I wasn't, what you gonna do to help me if I'm not? Exactly. Let me get to where I need to get to be able to talk about this.
Help me by you asking me, am I okay? I'm not gonna tell you about it. Like if I tell you even if I tell you I'm okay, just even if you can feel I'm not, just let it go. Or sometimes I'll even tell you, be like, if you ask me, am I all right? I'm like, no, but just give me some time.
See, I started trying to take a different approach to shit like that. If I can see you're not okay, and because of my experiences, I know not to ask, I'm gonna just do something completely different. Like, hey, you trying to go get something to eat? Yeah. Like, hey, you trying to hang out? You trying to go get a drink? Trying to go hoop? Yeah. Let's go to the gym. What y'all doing? Trying to have a smoke session? Like anything, just to. It's always going to be in the back of your mind, but just to show you that somebody is there without trying to force their way into being there, like without trying to force you to vent.
Because that whole "Are you okay? Are you okay?" thing. That
like I'm gonna ask you once.
I'm gonna ask you once. Be like, hey, you
right? I'm gonna ask once.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, you all right? You be like.
And even if I see you not, like you said, I'm gonna find a way to be there without trying to force you to talk about it. Because when you're ready to talk about it,
and then like if you say no, then I'm gonna ask, want to talk about it? Yeah. No.
Okay.
All right, cool. We ain't got to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you decide you want to talk about it,
I'm here.
That's it.
hit me up. Nah, hit me up at 2 a.m. Can't promise I'm gonna be here. I'll probably be
Hit
asleep.
me up with my do not disturb.
I'll probably be asleep because my phone be on silent.
Call me
But
twice. If you really need, call me twice.
I'll respond to you in the morning.
The second time will go through.
Like I usually get up to pee in the middle of the night, so I'll probably I'll look at my phone.
Yeah.
And I'll check on you.
Shit. Let me call.
Yeah, I'll check on you then. But like, and I think everybody does need at least one person to talk to. Personally, I have one person to talk to. I'm married, so that's my one person. Now, granted, there are times where it's just like, man, I don't want to tell her stuff. Not because she's gonna react poorly, not because we can't communicate. It's just like
I don't want to put all my burdens on someone.
Let me not burden her with this. But like to this day, there's stuff that has gone on with me. Absolutely nobody knows but her. Like deep that I like buried in the back of my mind from like childhood. Nobody knows but her. But like everybody needs somebody. You just have to, if you're that person that somebody needs, you just have to be willing to let them come to you with it. Don't force it, because then that's going to push them away and they're going to resist.
Let me also make a comment here, people. So here's the thing. I think that that's great, and I think that it's wonderful that we are able to be there for one another, that we can be a special person for another person. I agree with everything that you said. But what I do want to add to that is that I don't necessarily think that it's healthy to always put that on somebody else, if that makes sense. Not solely,
Agreed.
right? So that's when the benefits of therapy come in. And I think if we want to talk about mental health, especially within our community, especially when it comes to stigmatism and things of that nature, therapy is still very much taboo. Whereas that's the therapist's job.
But that's what they get paid to do.
That's literally what they get paid to do. And so, and a lot of times it's so easy, and there's a lot of times when it's free, y'all. Like therapy don't have to be a very expensive situation like how you see it on TV, where you're in this room that looks like a library with a whole bunch of couches and this really like stuffy ass old person. Yeah, it's not that. It's not like that at all. A lot of times you can be in therapy. I personally have been in therapy several times, but this most recent time I've been doing it for the last maybe 4 months, haven't paid out of pocket one time.
It's your job more often than not.
More than likely your job will pay for it.
Talk to someone in HR for your benefits. And
everybody has the employee assistance program.
Yes, exactly. And it's very flexible. I do it on my phone. It's a simple thing, but it gives you the benefit of having somebody that can be there that's going to be unbiased because they don't know you personally. But also it gives you the ability to even change the narrative in the way that you then tell that story to your person, right? So for example, if you want to tell something traumatic, I'm not saying don't trust your person in order to tell them that. I think that you should be able to. In your case, that's your partner, that's your wife, so you want to be able to trust that person and be there. And I'm sure she would want to be there for you in that way too. But with that being said, if you've also been able to talk to somebody else about it, somebody that isn't biased, somebody that's just there to listen, some of that weight comes off of it a little bit. So it becomes more of a story and less of a burden, right? Yeah. So you can drop some of that off with them and the load might not be so heavy, or it just gives you another outlet. Therapy's great. It changes things.
I agree.
It changes things for sure.
Even with that, it was just like, hey, tell you something. Not telling you to fix it. It's telling you so you know me completely 100%.
Right. Yeah.
And then it was like, so yada yada yada, blah blah. Boom. Now, I'm not expecting you to come in and fix me or help me deal with it. Just needed you to know. So sometimes you see me reacting this way to certain things. That's why. It's kind of a trigger. I'm working on it. I'll be okay.
Give yourself a hand clap for that. That's such healthy communication.
And I do what I can.
That is such healthy communication.
She makes it easy. And then we go to sleep. Yes, sleep is wonderful.
That's good though. That's good. Do you think that was part of your healing journey, being able to communicate your triggers with her like that?
Part of it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, to this day, she's the only person I've ever told. So yeah.
Yeah. That's special.
Yeah, and it took it. Whew, well, I tell you, it took a lot.
I believe you.
The funny thing is, only reason I even brought it up was because at that moment something had got me triggered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I had to
So you want her to understand.
like, all right, man, look,
Yeah.
listen, boom. So
Right.
this is why I reacted this way to this
Right,
situation.
right.
So yeah, but it helped. So, and I think it's just something at some point I need to truly get to the bottom of and deal with,
Mm-hmm.
and I will plan on it. I have never been to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against it.
Mm-hmm. You have to find the right one for you.
So I've actually talked to a few different ones,
Mm-hmm.
like the initial consultation, and I just haven't found the fit yet.
Sure.
But I'm looking.
Yeah,
So,
it's a process. It's a job in itself.
Yeah.
It's like an interview process.
Because
It's an interview.
I want to say, like, one, I felt like I kind of want to be a little bit relatable to the therapist I'm speaking with.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't going to happen. Not saying that they were bad, just I knew there was not going to be
Right.
any relatability or understanding.
Right.
The other two was just like I was just another name on the docket, like, and I was just like,
you can tell. Yeah, I understand. It can definitely be difficult, and having the right person makes all the difference.
Yeah,
I know as a former therapist myself, I make not an easy candidate when it comes to choosing a therapist, and I completely understand that, and I will acknowledge that from the jump.
But now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the people who need therapy the most are therapists.
Oh, 100%.
Because not only do you have your own things to deal with,
but you have other people's burdens.
You're not taking on everyone else's, whether you're getting paid for it or not.
Mm-hmm.
As a human being, mentally, that can weigh on you heavily. I'm
100%.
sure.
It does. It does. The therapist that I have now, was funny when I first met her. She was just kind of like, doing the initial introductions and things. And I made a comment about how I should have made her a PowerPoint to look at before we met, so that she would know all the background stuff before we got started. And we were talking, and I had mentioned that I used to be a therapist, and she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "It's okay. I'm gonna try to be as good as I can," because it's difficult when you've done it, right? Because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, there's nothing you can tell me that I can't tell myself, because I've done this. I've been on the other side, and that's so far from the truth.
Yeah, because telling yourself is one thing, but when somebody else tells you to, it's like, damn.
It's different. Yeah. And you think that you can look at it from all different sides and perspectives, because I know how to do that for other people, but it's not the same having somebody do it for you.
Yeah, because like, it's like you can go around all day telling yourself, I'm a wonderful person. Nobody else thinks you are.
I don't know why I did it.
So there's a problem. Yeah. Or you can be like, you know what? I'm an asshole, but everybody loves me. Yeah. And then you find out, nah, motherfucker, we really think you're an asshole. We don't love you the way we think you think we do. So I mean, it varies in so many different ways. But it all starts with a conversation.
It does.
I mean, whether it's kind of like what we're doing now, just kind of talking about it in a broad range of things, tied into generational curses and how it's been, Black mental health is taboo in the Black community.
Yeah.
Or personal experiences. It's something that needs to be discussed more, because people need to understand that it's okay.
It's okay to not be.
Yeah, it's okay to go through shit. Everybody goes through shit at some point. And, I know people who feel like they must have done something to upset fate, because nothing good ever happens. And they see other people who do terrible shit and all the good happens. Because the belief in karma is kind of bullshit. But that's I'm not saying that from a religious standpoint, because religion is religion. I don't want to touch it. But just in general, like, oh, you're going to get yours because you did this to me. Like, now they hit the lottery and you're still in the same spot. Wonder why that is.
Exactly the way
Like,
exactly the way it needs
to. As old Black folks used to say, if you want to see God laugh, tell him your plans, because he already has a plan for you.
I love that. When
So
the good Lord has been laughing at me.
Yeah, I got to
like 2011.
Ha!
He said, "Girl,
joke's on you."
Girl, you thought.
But
It's true, though. But it's true. Like, you think that your life can go X, Y, Z. For some people, there are some people out there who their life pans out exactly how they plan it, which is great. I love it for you. I hope you're happy in the plan that you quote unquote made for yourself, or that where you've ended up. I really hope that you love it there. But for some people, the Lord has been tussling with you.
Oh yeah,
and He and I have been tussling for a long time. Oh, yeah. For sure. Knocking my head between the washer and dryer. Listen.
Okay. I know.
That's strong.
It is, but it happens.
It does.
It does.
It does.
I think too, it needs to be taken into consideration that for a lot of people, we feel like we don't have time to really figure our emotions out or process them or things like that. And in some cases, you don't. Right. It's easy to say, we should just allow ourselves to be upset, or it's okay to not be okay. I mean, it is, but sometimes you really ain't got time for that shit, right?
Yeah.
I can be depressed, can't barely get out of bed, don't feel like taking a shower, don't feel like cleaning, don't feel like doing nothing. But I can't even do it for a day, for real, let alone 3 weeks.
I got shit to do tomorrow.
Yeah, if I don't go to work, my bills ain't getting paid. Exactly. Right? So it's like,
and then you created a whole nother issue.
100%. And that needs to go into consideration when it comes to larger aspects like systems and even a professional sense, because you start bottling things up, and it goes and goes, and then you explode. Or especially if you're more of a giver, so you constantly giving to other people, you giving to your job, you doing all this stuff, and you don't have time for yourself, and you condition yourself that it's okay. It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's extremely difficult, and it's like you get to a point where you ain't got shit left, and now what are you going to do?
Give.
Once your tank's on E.
And there's nothing else.
Yeah, you have to for yourself. Even if it's just giving yourself a second before you lay your head down to process what you went through that day, to give yourself grace and space to really process how you're feeling. One thing that I used to do with my clients is try to teach them little introductory ways of meditation, because mindfulness is so important to your physical health, but also your mental health too. And it's something that's easy and it's simple. And one of the things that I used to like to do as far as introducing it was just to say, okay, before you go to sleep, you can lay down, you can stand up, you can sit down in whatever way that makes you feel comfortable and safe. But just close your eyes and be present with yourself. Just listen. What on your body is hurting right now? Are you aching? Are you in pain? Is it mental or is it physical? Right?
Emotional.
Right. Is your chest hurting or is that your heart? Your spirit hurts. What's going on with you right now? Be really present with you right then and there in that space. And if you need to release it, if you need to cry, cry. If you need to scream, scream. Let that out. Don't go to sleep with that on you. And then try it again the next day. That could take 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes can make the biggest difference in your day, your week. 5 minutes a day is going to change your life, right? Like, it's something so small, but it's giving you the chance to really be present with you. Because the fact of the matter is, bad mental health can kill you. You can have a heart attack, you can have a brain aneurysm, you can have and we're starting to see all these young people die too. And I think that's another thing that's starting to shake us a little bit more and make us want to get better and be better and heal and do all these different things. It's not just because relationships aren't doing too high, but that's another thing too, right? I think somebody brought up keeping families together. Kind of can't do that if we're not addressing traumas that we got on both ends, right?
Yeah, because it's affecting the whole picture.
Exactly. Families are falling apart. Communities can't stay together. We're dying. We're literally not able to take care of ourselves. All of that stuff comes full circle. So even the simplest things can make the biggest difference.
I agree. You was preaching. You on those flowers. Had a word. Brought a word to the people. Yeah. Man, see, I like these conversations. See, the Licka House ain't all about the shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get down to the nitty gritty and talk about the real. You know? But yeah.
Everything ain't all glitter and gold.
I actually learned something tonight. I need to meditate.
You love growth.
I need to meditate.
Yeah.
I used to meditate all the time, but that was when I was smoking weed.
But a good old just crying is cleansing, man. Whether you're angry, whether you're sad, whether you're stressed out, sometimes you let out the ugly Kim K cry.
Ooh.
But I'm telling you, you ain't cute when you do it, but it is.
I got an ugly one.
But it was.
You let out the Annalise Keating cry.
Ooh, with the snot.
No.
One thing Viola gonna do
is cry.
Oh, it's snot.
Can't nobody cry like Viola.
Can't nobody snot like Viola Davis.
Ain't nobody snot like Viola.
Hey.
She hitting it different.
You gotta hit them cry stuff because you just let it out. You ain't gotta do it in front of nobody. You can sit in your room by yourself. If your dog might look at you, it's goofy like. Roman does that.
Listen, Roman be looking at me like, why you here? Like, first of all, you was the top of my leg yesterday. don't add brand new now.
Right.
Sam brain beach to the sand. Sand to the beach.
What?
Say that again.
Him bring sand to the beach.
Roman a wild boy.
What you got going on over there, girl? It's enough to like sit close enough, but not too close.
I think both of y'all dogs really like be up under me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Roman be testy at first, and then he like sit right in front of me.
Yeah, Roman like
Brooklyn
said, "Ooh, a man," and just started humping like a motherfucker.
And Roman's like, a man.
I was like, I'm so sorry that my dog is over there humping your leg like this. I apologize.
Oh man,
that was so embarrassing. Acting like she ain't got no home training.
Brooklyn funny, man. I love it to death.
Roman be fucking his dad.
Hey, look you now.
And looking straight on
Yeah.
Singing your soul.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Your soul was mine.
You like that? You like that, don't you? Oh man. So bad. It's so terrible. Oh man. I enjoyed this conversation with y'all, man.
Yeah.
This was a good one. I mean, we're probably gonna be back on our bullshit next week, but
Of course.
But this week you
gotta mix it in every once in
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we goofed off for like 10 episodes straight, dog. It was time. It was time. Like season 2 has been a bunch of shenanigans. But it's okay. We back now. We back. We still gotta get back on YouTube, but I gotta buy another camera. Yeah.
Can I make a comment before you end your episode?
We got time.
I don't know what your friend name is, Mr. Baloney Pony. Wanted to make an announcement because apparently you be listening and taking notes and shit. We here. So whenever we supposed to have this like back and forth conversation, and I don't take notes, but I'm still ready for whenever we supposed to talk. So pull up.
Lawrence, Lawrence, the challenge has been laid, my brother. I know you are listening, so I'm gonna just say, come with your shit together.
Notebook.
I swear, if he come in here with a notebook, I'm talking so much shit, y'all.
Coming in here with something.
Hey, listen. Hey, he gonna do what he gonna do.
No, whenever he was like, yeah, he was taking notes and y'all talking. No.
Where is he from? Where Baloney Pony from?
He live in Durham.
I don't know his name.
He
needs an alias though.
He live in Durham.
Is that where he's from?
No.
Where's he
I think
from?
he's from Pennsylvania.
Oh, we're gonna have fun. No. And I hope your accent comes out because mine's gonna come out too. So we can be just going back and forth.
Oh, he's been in North Carolina too long.
He's
been in North Carolina for a very long time, so his accent's
like long enough that his accent.
I know he finished high school here.
Oh, yeah, that don't count. Nah, never mind. He ain't got no accent.
But I think he's been back.
What part of Pennsylvania? Because that makes it different.
I don't want to lie.
You from Amish, Pennsylvania, or you from Philly?
I don't want to lie.
There definitely is Amish, Pennsylvania.
I know that.
I also want to give a shout out real quick to Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Kyle Gasol, Tony Parker, Becky Hill, and Greg Popovich. They all made the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I was like,
huh?
But really, shout out to D Wade. He's the reason I'm a Heat fan. You know.
But yeah, and the funny thing is, don't quote me on the Pennsylvania part. I know he has family there.
Hold him on it.
So I'll find out because 9 out of 10 times after he listens to the episode, he'll either call or text me. So yeah,
I'm ready, shorty. What's up?
But that's my dog though. We met.
That Merlin came out. She said, "Come on, I'm ready, shorty."
Like that's my dog though. We met. We met in 2006. 2006, 2007. At UNCG. Because it was we had a whole crew we hung out with. Me, him, Hussein, we called him Diddy because he looked like P. Diddy. Jameer, my boy Steve. The niggas used to call me 40. Because I wore a hat and glasses all the time, so I look like E40. Yeah, so it's because I look like E40 before the dreads. And then I started walking around campus talking some. So that didn't help. That didn't help.
No, it didn't.
I was just doing that.
Contributed.
I only did it because it was after they started calling me that.
Yeah, you contributed.
I went to school with white folks. I didn't care what I did.
In the middle of
UNCG. I love it. UNCG was lit. Yeah, but the majority of the Aggies that I met while I was in Greensboro, I met them on UNCG's campus.
I was gonna say I can't even front. I was on UNCG's campus.
Oh my god!
I'm on Tate Street.
No,
Spring Garden.
Took niggas to the calf. Wait, y'all got Kool-Aid? Yeah, don't y'all? Nah.
No, and they have Bojangles on campus. Like, why we ain't got Bojangles?
They got money.
I used to go
It was just funny because, like, literally,
they had Bojangles. We had fried chicken Friday.
It was just
fried
crazy.
chicken Friday
was
slapped.
amazing.
The mac and cheese one
amazing.
It's like
the line outside of the calf was real.
Let's see.
Wing
For us,
Wednesday.
fried chicken was just another feature. It was always on the menu.
Oh, they're trying to get rid of y'all.
But that was
well, not always. It was either like some days it was fried, some days it was baked. But it was more than just one day a week.
I mean, we always had chicken. Fried chicken Friday.
Yeah.
That was like your grandma was back there.
That was like Sunday
cooking
dinner.
that shit.
I know the omelets.
That's all that was cooking it. That's all that was cooking for us was somebody's grandma. And but when the omelet man came, to the best omelets.
We had an omelet.
He was French.
Miss Brenda.
Miss Brenda.
Hey girl.
She was like, hey bye.
Y'all had a Miss Brenda too?
Miss Brenda, I think she died.
I think everybody had a Miss Brenda.
Retired.
She retired.
Don't kill her.
She lied.
No, somebody that used to work in the caf died, y'all. I'm not
Miss Brenda.
It wasn't Miss Brenda. I know that much.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
My bad, Miss Brenda, baby. I'm sorry.
She tried to kill you, girl.
I think somebody did. I can't think of who it was.
Brenda be like, you want one or two, bite?
Damn.
Like, let me get one. Because after that one, I'm going right back to two. That thing used to run through me. I used to get it all. Spinach, tomatoes, onions, peppers.
Yeah.
Everything you got.
Throw it in there. Put some mushrooms in there.
Yeah. Good times.
You catch her in Blendies. Did she make a girl sandwich?
I
Switch over to Blendies.
Aggie wing.
College was fun.
I miss college.
Man, I used to go to the cafe and make waffles. We had waffles.
We did.
I made the cinnamon waffles. Nigga, we had country, we had corned beef hash and shit.
I go in and get an omelet line. Brenda make it. I'm open the other line and some other stuff, some eggs, bacon, all that.
I used to sneak the homies into the cab with my card.
Yeah,
it'd be like that.
They be like, Justin, go ahead, baby.
I mean, we had one person. He used to look out. He wouldn't swipe the card and help us out.
Oh yeah. What's that?
Teddy.
Guy? Yeah, Teddy.
Yeah, that was dope.
He used to help us out. He was like, somebody snitched on him though.
I think he was also a student.
I do remember though. There was one time I was walking down College Ave with my homeboy LA, and one of the dudes that were in the caf saw us walking, and he just started yelling. He was like, "Poogie, hey Poogie!" I turned around. LA turned around. He was like, "Oh shit!" He was looking at my boy LA. He's like, "Boy, you look like my nephew." He thought it was his nephew, whose name is Pookie. LA was like, "Man, what the hell?" I was offended. I thought he was calling me Pookie from New Jack City.
Damn.
I mean, LA was like super. He's like super slim. So he was just like, I thought he was trying to be funny. I was like, nah, that nigga thought you was his nephew. He's like, Pookie. I'm like, that nigga was serious, dead ass serious. In the middle of the College Ave in front of all them white folks.
Pookie is also the most hilarious nickname.
It's the most hilarious black nickname ever.
Pookie.
Man.
Man. Everybody know him, man.
Everybody got a Ray Ray.
I ain't got no Ray Ray. I know some Ray Rays, but they're not related to me. See, we got like Reese and AJ's and said.
I got a cousin named Tequila.
My cousin has a sister named
Her
Tequila.
name like Tequila. She better be fine.
She cool. I love her. Hey, cousin.
It's funny because Deshaun Leggett got a cousin named Tequila too.
Not you putting the whole
name.
We already did a congratulations on the episode. But anyway, this has been the Licka House podcast. We want to shout out Taylor and Dia for sitting in with us.
Appreciate y'all.
It's your boy Jay Fennell signing off. Chuck, you want to sign off?
Oh, this Chuck's signing off.
Boo, this man. But yeah, pull up, pour up, catch a vibe. I'll let y'all next week. Peace.